So, some celebrities have talked about P. Diddy. Let's find out which ones and what they had to say.
Mogul Sean Diddy Combs has seemingly remained untouchable for years, and now the potential downfall of his empire and legacy has taken the hip hop community by storm. But was the writing always on the wall for Diddy's alleged behavior? Several celebrities have casually spoken out about his so-called parties, which lawsuits have alleged to be breeding grounds for sex assault and trafficking. Clues of what was allegedly behind the curtain began to emerge in November when Diddy's former girlfriend Cassie Ventura sued the mogul in federal court on allegations of rape and a decade-long pattern of physical and sexual abuse. The singer, who was previously signed to Diddy's Bad Boy Records, claimed the rapper was controlling of every aspect of her life, including where she lived, what she wore, and even her medical records. The suit alleged several instances of abuse committed by Diddy, including battery, rape, and forcing her to have sex with male sex workers. The suit also claims Diddy used intimidation to control the R&B singer, including allegedly having someone blow up another rapper's car after Diddy learned he was interested in romantically pursuing Cassie when they were on a break period from their relationship. The suit also alleges Diddy became violent, beating Cassie multiple times each year. In one instance, Diddy
All this stuff that they saying just sounds super crazy. Just like super crazy. It like I mean it sounds like to me like the bad because P Diddy is a Hollywood rapper, right? It sounds to me like the really bad part of Hollywood. Like that is terrible. If that does go, stuff like that,
allegedly pushed her into a car, then proceeded to kick her in the face repeatedly. And another claim, an intoxicated Diddy allegedly gave Cassie a black eye after she tried to leave a hotel room. The hotel security camera footage captured the incident, but Diddy allegedly bought it off for $50,000. Those weren't the only instances of alleged intimidation. The suit claims Diddy dangled Cassie's friend over a 17-story balcony and asked her to carry a gun in her purse. According to the suit, Cassie never went to the police and tried to leave their relationship multiple times, but was too afraid. The suit stated several Bad Boy Records employees turned a blind eye to the physical abuse and beatings Cassie allegedly endured, but no one spoke out in fear of their boss. According to the suit, Diddy supplied Cassie with different drugs, including ecstasy and ketamine. The suit claimed Cassie suffered from memory loss from the constant substance abuse during her relationship with Diddy. The documents also say her MRI.
Bro, that's crazy, man. Did you just hear that? The two different things. Man, that's some crazy crap to be on. Yeah, that's some really crazy crap to be on. Why would you want to be on something like that? But at the same time, though, like, boy, if that's true, it's crazy. But if it's not, it's crazy too. But to say about somebody, but like, man, that's freak. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's all Hollywood crazy crap.
Results were sent directly to Diddy. The suit was ultimately settled a day after it was filed for an undisclosed amount. When Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami homes were raided by Homeland Security this week, the singer's attorney released a statement saying, quote, "We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct." It wasn't the only instance a former girlfriend of Diddy's came forward alleging instances of abuse. Diddy's ex-girlfriend Gina Hunn said in a 2019 interview with controversial blogger Tasha K that Diddy allegedly stomped on her stomach and punched her in the head during one incident. Hunn reportedly dated Diddy when he and Cassie were on and off. In the interview, she said she pleaded with Diddy to stop hitting her and said she couldn't breathe after he stomped on her stomach. Just like Cassie, she alleges Diddy was mentally, emotionally, and physically abusive during their time together, and claimed Diddy would compare she and Cassie, saying Hunn is the bad one and Cassie is the good one. Hunn did not take legal action against Diddy. However, her interview resurfaced around the web when Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy. And after this week's raid, previous celebrity interviews are also resurfacing and revealing more about Diddy's alleged conduct. In 2016,
Man, that is crazy. I mean, crazy stuff like to hear that he might have stomped on somebody or something like. I don't understand that at all, and like I don't understand like why would he do any of that? You know what I mean? Like why? Like for what reason? Like why would he do something like that? Like to a person better. I mean, a female. I mean, damn. I mean, not you don't do that to nobody, but damn, it's just crazy.
Singer Usher, who had previously lived with Diddy when he was a teenager, told radio personality Howard Stern very
Dang, Usher lived with P Diddy whenever he was a teenager. Man, they got some crazy stuff out there. I'm telling you. I even seen some videos with Justin Bieber and P Diddy whenever Justin Bieber was young, and I don't understand that either. I don't understand why would Justin Bieber be hanging out with P Diddy when I mean, for what? For what he was already doing good. Why he won't go hang out with P Diddy for? When P Diddy seems to be like trouble. He seems to be some trouble. That's for sure. And man, I just don't understand how all these celebrities hang out with P Diddy and for what. Like even Usher, you know, Usher, Usher was with P Diddy, not with him, but like lived with him or something like that one time. Uh, man, I don't know. There's some crazy stuff.
Very curious things took place at Diddy's so-called Puffy Flavor camp. Usher, who was around 13 at the time, had moved to New York City and lived with Diddy, who was going by Puff Daddy, for a year. The idea to live with Diddy came from L.A. Reid, who was Usher's manager. Usher said he went to live with Diddy for a chance to see the lifestyle and referred to the time period as a wild and crazy time in the 90s. And in a 2004 interview with Rolling Stone, Usher was quoted as saying, "Puff introduced me to a..."
Also, in one of my last videos, I talked about how another celebrity who was brought up, I forgot about what. It's in my last video. I'm gonna have to, yeah, but it's in my last video about how Jennifer, what's her name? Jennifer Lopez, right? Was might have been connected with something too to all this stuff like with P Diddy. Yeah.
Totally different set of stuff. Sex specifically. Sex is so hot in the industry. There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it or several people in a room having an orgy. You never know what's going to happen. But in 2016, when Stern asked whether Puffy's place was filled with chicks and orgying nonstop, Usher responded, "Not really. It was..."
And like that ain't really what Usher's saying right there. That ain't so surprising, you know what I mean? Like as much as the other stuff is. That ain't so surprising, but as much as all the other stuff is, really crazy.
Curious, and he got a chance to see things but didn't know if he could indulge and understand what he was even looking at. Usher said very curious things took place there that he didn't necessarily understand. As for if it would be a place Usher would consider sending his children to, this is what he had to say.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Meanwhile, a member of a girl group previously founded and managed by Diddy also spoke out after Diddy's homes were raided by federal agents. On Monday, Aubrey O'Day, who is a part of the group Danity Kane, shared a statement about Combs after the raid saying, quote, "What you sow, you shall reap." In December 2022, O'Day said she was fired from Danity Kane in 2008 because she wasn't willing to do what was expected of her, not talent-wise, but in other areas. She said she wasn't the only girl that was in those types of positions. This past September, Diddy announced his plans to reassign publishing rights to select Bad Boy Records artists, including O'Day's group Danity Kane. But O'Day claimed Diddy's deal came with strings attached, those strings being non-disclosure agreements, also known as NDAs, that the artist had to sign. O'Day said the NDA agreement included the artist would not disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, Diddy's mother, Justin Combs Music, EMI Publishing, or Sony ever in public. And despite Diddy presenting the music group Danity Kane with their publishing rights, O'Day said that doesn't equal more money for the group, saying the deal would only bring her less than $1,000 in royalties. Another former artist of Diddy also reacted to this week's raid of Diddy's homes. Rapper Mace called the raid big payback and said it was amazing it happened on the anniversary of Life After Death, which was the last.
Do you live in Louisiana? How about own your own home but still rent your...
Dang, that dude called it big payback just now. Did y'all hear that? He literally
electricity?
said big.
If you pay more than $70 a month in electricity, then you might...
Album posthumously released by Diddy's best friend,
it's just
Notorious
really
B.I.G.
crazy.
Mace and Diddy have a long and embattled history. Mace was previously signed to Bad Boy Records in the 90s and the early 2000s. He gave his publishing rights to Diddy for $20,000. When he attempted to get his catalog back years later, he publicly slammed Diddy when the mogul turned down Mace's offer to buy back his publishing for $2 million. Diddy ultimately gave the publishing rights back to Mace. Mace, who had previously worked with Diddy on hits such as Can't Nobody Hold Me Down and Mo Money, Mo Problems, before going on to have a successful solo career, said he escaped Diddy. During his podcast, which he hosts with fellow rapper Cameron, he seemingly referred to the serious allegations against Diddy, saying, "Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped." Meanwhile, rapper 50 Cent taunted Diddy on Instagram after the feds raided his homes. The two have been feuding since the early 2000s. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, wrote, quote, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they got a case." The beef between the two seemingly dates back to 2006.
Yeah, I don't see 50 Cent ever doing the things that's brought out about, P. Diddy at this time that we finding out about. But we'll have to see about if everything is true, still. But 50 Cent, I could never see being like that. So that's one artist out that's not gonna be like that. And he's kind of Hollywood, but he's not Hollywood. Kanye West. P. Diddy is Hollywood. He is completely Hollywood. So remember that. But yeah, so if y'all like this video, like it and subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate y'all watching it.